Hey everyone, it's your favorite YouTuber, Mr. Aarons. I thought these goggles might make it so more people would watch my video. So after we're done here, if you just want to hit that subscribe button, like, smash, I don't know how to do this, but I know you guys all like YouTubers, so I tried my best. All right, we're gonna be done with that. All right, today we're working on number lines. So get right into it here. I'm on great outdoors in my backyard, getting a little learning from a different area. Sometimes you gotta do that. So we're talking about number lines today. The first thing I want to refresh on is our numerator and our denominator. If we remember, our numerator is our number on top. Numerator, number on top. And this is how many parts we have. That's going to be important today. Our denominator is how many parts there are total. And that's going to be even more important today. So looking at this first example, I have created a little number line here, just started it, and I said we're going to count up by halves. I know that's kind of hard to see, but count up by halves. So what I'm going to do is the number on top tells us how many parts we have. The number on bottom tells us how many total parts. And the number right here is 2. So I know that I have to split this up into 2 parts. So there's 1 part, there's 2 parts. And now, at this line, I'm going to mark what that resembles. So right here, we have our 1/2 line. This separates our first part and our second part. So we have 0 to 1/2, there's our first part. 1/2 to 1 is our second part. I can also write that as 2 over 2. See how that number went up from 1 to 2? This example will be a little bit more clear on our next one here. So our next one, I have already my number line drawn, and we're going up by 1/4. 1/4, I'll write that a little bigger. 1/4. So I know that the top number is the parts we have, the bottom numbers is our total number of parts. So we have 4 on bottom. I'm gonna split this up into 4 different parts this time. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 1 part, 2 parts, 3 parts, and 4 parts. And now, just like I did for the first one, I know this first part is 1/4. Now watch what happens to this top number. The bottom number is always going to stay a 4. This top number is going to become 2/4. Here's 1 part, there's 2 parts. Next number is going to become 3/4. 1 part, 2 parts, 3 parts, and our last part is going to be 4/4, which is the same as our whole, which is 1. All right, our next one's gonna get a little tricky here. I gave us our number we're gonna count by is 1/9. So remember, our number on top is the parts we have, number on bottom is the parts that we need to create. So I know we need to create 9 different parts. Let's see if I can count right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not perfect, but I did my best. All right, so I'm gonna count up just like I did before. From here to here, that's 1 part, that's 1/9. 2 parts, that's 2/9. And so on, 3/9, 4/9, 5/9, 6/9, 7/9, 8/9, and the last one, as you know, is going to be 9/9. 9/9, which is the same as our whole, which was 1. All right, now things are getting tricky. Notice that my number line goes from 0 to 3 now. 0 to 3 is going to be a little different. We have by halves. We're counting up by halves, but we're going from 0 to 3. 0 to 3. So I have to think of how I can make this number line a little different. My first step I'm going to do is I'm going to split it up into 3 parts because our whole is 3. So I'm going to go 0 to 1, 1 to 2, and 2 to 3. Now within that, we're going to split each of these into 2 separate parts. So the first one, I'm going to put a little line here, little line here, and a little line here. Now we're counting up by halves. So we go 0 to 1/2 to 1, which is the same as 2/2. Go up by another half, 3/2. Look at that. Our number on top is bigger than that on bottom, but that's okay. Our next one, 4/2. Our next one, 5/2. And finally, 6/2. Now, if that one didn't make sense to you, that's all right. We'll get more in depth on that later, so don't worry about it too much. All right, I got one more example for you here. Some of you might have noticed I have this little dollar bill sitting at the top. Oh, you're going to see one of my drawings real quick. I'm going to make a number line with some money. So on this side, I'm going to put my dollar bill. And on this side, I'm going to put a 0. So we're going from 0 to a dollar bill. Now we're going to count up by quarters. So I'm going to make my number line right here. 0 to $1. $1. And on the way, I have quarters. When I think of a quarter, I know that there's 4 in every dollar. So each one is worth 1/4. Number on bottom is how many parts I'm gonna split this up into. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna put these quarters right above each one. So I know that if I have 1 quarter, that's 1/4. If I have those 2 quarters, that gives me 2/4. 3 quarters, 3/4, and 4 quarters make up that dollar. You can also think of that as 25 cents, 50 cents, 75 cents, and $1. All right, that's all I got for you today. I have a cool video that I'd like for you to listen to and watch. It'll be on the link below. Otherwise, awesome work. Let's see it.